I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump. It's no longer down with Trump. It's fuck Trump.
Hillary actually won.
Then why isn't she in the White House?
Only reason why is because of the Russians.
The Russians are coming. The Russians are coming.
They should impeach him. It's a crime for him trying to deport people, the immigrants.
Well, if deporting illegal immigrants was a crime, then Obama would have been impeached.
Well, he didn't deport anybody.
No one?
No, not that I know of.
If we want to defeat capitalism, we are going to need a party that will organize working people to fight for the demands that we want and to win socialism. Thank you so much.
Great.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
William Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar like you've never seen before. A man dressed to look like President Donald Trump gets stabbed to death on stage.
It's a full-scale manhunt for the men caught on camera drenching police officers with water and hurling a bucket at a cop's head. The humiliating videos have sent shockwaves through America.
Now to a GMA exclusive, 2 transgender high school runners, well, they're kicking up dust in Connecticut, taking the top spots at the state girls championship.
Critics complaining that Andrea and Terry both have an unfair advantage since they were born boys.
At what point do you decide, actually, it's more appropriate for me to be on the girls' team and competing with other girls?
I decided that the summer before 9th grade.
I'm going to say, well, I believe you're a woman for all of society except this massive central part that is sport, then that's not fair. So fairness is the inclusion of trans women.
Do you think you'd have been a world champion cyclist if you hadn't transitioned?
I don't think I am a world champion because I'm a trans woman. I put in the work. And again, we have to remember, I lose most of my races. I've lost against the specific cis women complaining about me being unfair.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you guys? I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
Other way. That's it right there. Pull it up.
Are you protesting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's the policy that you object to?
All of it.
Just like the things he says about women and like the racism.
Like what?
Too many. Yeah.
He does not support other races.
He's got too much money.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay. Let me start with you, Mayor Buttigieg. Why?
We will organize the American people around the concept that all people in this country have the right to health care, and at the end of the day, we are going to win that struggle.
Senator, would you include the 11 million undocumented immigrants in that?
Absolutely. When I talk about health care being a human right, last time I heard that undocumented people are human beings. That creating a humane border policy will be at the top of my agenda.
Now this, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed a bill into law. It gives financial aid to illegals so they can go to college. All rise. Judge Andrew.
This bankrupt state will find money for those present in the state illegally to go to a state-owned college or university.
And we're like,
The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. And your biggest issue is your biggest issue is how are we going to pay for it? And like, this is the war. This is our World War II.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Do you think it's about time that President Trump would respond to what you have said today?
I think... I'm sorry, what was the first question?
What's the message you would like to send to our leaders by doing what you are doing?
I think what we want to send is... The message we want to send is to say that we have had enough. And anyone else wants to answer that question? I can't speak on behalf of everyone.
Anyone wants to answer about the message to world leaders?
Press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish.
Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame has been vandalized many times this year, but nothing has been more damaging than what happened to it Wednesday. You can see in this video from Deadline that a man took a sledgehammer to it, and the result, not too pretty.
You didn't say anything to anybody? You were just walking out, or what?
I was walking out with our Trump sign, and he grabbed my Trump sign and started following me, saying I was like a racist and stuff. Yeah.
So you literally didn't say anything to provoke them at all?
I was just like, yeah, Trump. That's my bad. And then, yeah, so they followed me, like, spit on me, stuff like that. Just like walking away, they're like, get out of here. I'm like, I'm walking away.
Was really proud of in his campaign was that it was self-funded and that he had a lot of small...
Oh, nice.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I'm fine.
Is that spit?
Are you serious? I'm fine.
Sorry. How people really feel, that's fucking disrespectful. But on the other hand, that shit is disrespectful as fuck too.
Sorry.
So there's a difference.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't do
I respect your opinion.
I didn't do that.
Are you working with a group? You've got a UAW sign right there.
Donald Trump has accused me of whatever. No, I do not. Yes, I am union. Union is standing.
With the way things are, I think Trump is gaining a lot of ground because he's...
I support Bernie Sanders 120%.
A video showing a confrontation between the high school students, including junior Nick Sandman, and an Omaha elder Nathan Phillips went viral and sparked outrage. Phillips told the Post his version of the incident on the afternoon of January 20th.
Where was that supervisor? And we're just there trying to get out, be done. But then it starts escalating after about an hour. Over an hour, it escalates and escalates and escalates. When that young man blocked my retreat, decided to stand in front of me when I was trying to make my way out of there, he put himself in front of me. So I stopped.
With this white privilege, this white man comes up to me and says, "You lazy son of a bitch, the hate is real." And for that white man to come up to me and call me a son of a bitch and lazy and go back where I came from, y'all see Ilhan Omar and y'all see all this stuff about send her back and stuff like that, but it's getting out of control. There's so much hate in this world, and it's being incited by our president every single day.
The attackers? It's the attackers, but it's also the attacks. It's like, at first it was a thing of like, listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth. Then it became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth. If I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now.
Do you think there's anything you can get on board with Donald Trump's agenda?
No. Nothing.
So you don't want to destroy ISIS?
I ain't got nothing against them. I mean, they ain't doing nothing to me.
What?
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
What we've got to do is fight in Congress, fight in the courts, fight in the streets.
Fight in the streets. Fight in the streets.
Fight online, fight at the ballot box.